Well, I'm with Gavin McPherson after our 0-0 draw with Maidenhead United, first home game of the season. Gavin, we're off the mark. What did you make of the performance?
I thought it was a scrappy game all round, to be honest with you. A lot of blood and guts out there at times, but not an awful lot of quality, I didn't think, in the game. Certainly from us. I don't want to speak for them. So I thought last week we brought a lot of quality into the game, and today I thought we were actually devoid of it a little bit. And so there's a lot to take from it, because the boys have gone out and put a shift in against what is a very physical side. I asked them to do that for me as a minimum standard, and what they've done is they've done that, so I applaud them for that. You just hope for a bit more quality at times on the day, and I didn't think we had that today. So probably play better and lose, but it's a point against a very strong side who will look at probably more up the table than down come the end of the season. Will be looking, what I mean is they'll be up the top come the end of the season rather than down. So yeah, there's a bit to take.
But defensively, pretty solid throughout. I mean, they had a lot of the ball, a lot of pressure in the second half, but we largely in the second half at least dealt with it.
Yeah, but you don't want to be defended. I thought our quality of retaining the football today was poor for whatever reason, and I'll go back and look at it. As it was quite good last week, So you're taking the swings and roundabouts, and I think we turned over possession far too easily today, back to them, and as you say, they probably had the possession stats mainly because of that.
Does it give you some encouragement that we played two of the prospective title contenders, and certainly last week we deserved something from the game, if not 3 points, and today, we got a point against another of the top teams.
I shouldn't be happy with the draw at home, and I think that we've got to be content with it, because I think probably that's where the game was today, in truth. But I think as a group we've moved on a little bit, and we look at these home games against teams that have been used to higher esteem, like Maidenhead, and we now are slightly disappointed we haven't won. So I think we're moving on a little bit. But looking at the performance today, I don't think we deserved any more than a draw. Is the truth.
And just lastly, fans talk all the time about referees and officials. I know that managers are always quite understandably reluctant to, but there were some curious decisions, to say the least, today. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to go down that route. I thought there was potentially a penalty for us. I mean, and they will probably argue for a couple for them. I know there were some shouts went up, but look, referees have got, I said last week, got a difficult job. They come here, they have the best intentions, and I think we have to applaud them for that. Yeah, all right, there were some frustrations at times, but I don't think I'll go for any game this season without some frustrating decisions being there. So, quite easy to move on with it.
And just lastly, Gavin, the games come thick and fast, as we know. Hornchurch on Tuesday, potentially Henry back. How will you prepare for that game?
It's another hugely tough game. I think they've signed really well. I think quietly they're a club that fancy their chances of being certainly in that top part of the league come the end of the season, and potentially in the playoffs. I think they're quite right to do that, if I'm honest, looking at the signs they've made. So I think we come into that game with no illusions of how difficult that'll be. We'll be underdogs even though we're at home, but Hornchurch, we'll pay them the due respect they deserve, but we're at home, and I'll be looking for a better performance than that. And I think a better performance than that, we show the heart and desire that we did out there today, and we bring a little bit more quality, or a lot more quality at times. Then I think it's going to be a good football match.
Thank you, Gavin. See you Tuesday.
Cheers.